God bless everybody and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you or giving you an update of how my devotional time is going now that I am back to work full time. I'm back to school and I'm trying to have that time separated for God every day. So I've come to the conclusion that I am the type of person that I need the time with God in the morning. I need something that is called self-care in the morning. Why? Because I was finding myself just getting out there, just being with the world, facing other human beings, and I was uncomfortable. I was just irritated. I wasn't happy in the mornings. What I was doing was waking up like 1 hour before I had to be at work, rushing my way through work, rushing my way through the day. And at the end, I was so exhausted and my inner self was also irritated. So I started practicing something. I've been waking up way earlier than the time that I have to go to work and just having a relaxed time. Just literally taking my time to make my coffee, taking my time to have breakfast, taking my time to read the word in the mornings, pray, just giving myself a really wide window of time, amount of time, so I could just do whatever I feel like doing that morning. For example, if I feel like praying that morning for the entire time of a devotional, yes, I could do that. If I feel like just worshiping throughout that whole time, I could also do that. If I feel like reading and studying something specific, I have enough time for me to at least start up a study, for me to dig into the word a little more that day. With this, I'm not saying that before I didn't used to have a devotional time, but it was rushed. It was either in the morning really rushed or at night and I was already tired, Another thing that I've been noticing about my days lately because of this new self-care routine is that I go to work or I go wherever I have to go with a different attitude, a much better attitude. Like, I feel like just taking care of myself and having that slow time has given me so much more like calmness and peace when I get out there. And it's so important. I found it so important that we take care of ourselves first. If your cup is dirty, whatever you pour in it is also going to get dirty. If your cup is broken, whatever you put in it, it's going to leak. If your cup is empty, then what are you going to give to others, So we need to work on it. If we feel broken, then we try to fix ourselves up in the presence of God. If we feel like we're dirty, then we wash up in the presence of God. If we feel like we're empty, then we fill ourselves up before we get out there and represent Christ, be the light, and everything that we have to do in this world to make sure that Jesus' gospel is out there. And technically, basically also everything that we have to do during the day to be a better co-worker, to be better at work, to be better at school, to do all of that. I have loved it. Basically, that's what I wanted to share with you guys, that I have loved the fact that I'm taking times in the morning. Am I waking up earlier? Yes. But is it worth it? Trust me, it is. I have been going to sleep earlier though. That helps out with the waking up earlier. Definitely, that's a huge help. But I've been just having that calm morning, and it's been working so much for me, and I just wanted to share it with you guys and wanted to I don't know, maybe inspire you to do the same, or maybe just reinforce what you've been already thinking about or you've been already doing. So as of my devotional, what I've been doing in the mornings is I've been into reading since now I have the time. reading Christian books. Like, that's been my go-to lately. And I've picked two different kinds. There's this one kind that I have that I've been reading that's kind of a devotional, because it has so much reference direct to the Bible, like so many Bible verses that the author goes back and forth and makes you read. That, to me, that's great for the mornings. Why? Because I'm digging into somebody that's teaching me. It's actually a woman's book, so it's great because the author is giving me a teaching as a woman, but it's also digging so much into the word that I've already done my studies for the word for the day with the book. So what I do is that I have it here on my iPad on one side, and then I have the Bible on the other side. I'm going to leave the names of every book that I may show you in this video. I'm going to leave it down below so you could purchase it if you want to. I've been using the books app on my iPad. I don't have any more space to put books, and this is working great right now. Like I said, like I showed you, I have the book on this side and then the Bible app. I've been also using a lot of the Bible app because of this split. I have my paperbacks. I love them. They're cute. But I've been doing that because in one screen I have both, and I could go back and forth. I could highlight, or I could even make notes on my actual iPad as well. I don't know if you can see right here that I've been just taking quotes out of the books that I read, and with just some pens and sticky notes, post-its. I've been just taking out what really helps me, what just stands out for me that day, or what lifts up my spirit that day. That's a tongue twister. Just what I feel like it's going to help me at some point, to make me stronger at some point. That if I see a quote that I'm going to need at some point, that I write it down and I put it back there. I don't know if I may fill the wall or not, who knows. But that's what I've been doing. And then for the nighttime, if I don't have school, because school is just it's just taking up so much time right now. It's just taking up so much time right now. But I do try to read at night. So at night, what I read is a more of an encouragement and motivational type of book. Kind of like, come on girl, get up, you can do this, God got you type of thing. Which is, it's still peaceful because I'm just reading, you know. So it's still like just really kind of like a calm activity. And then I just end the night with that. I've also been using a lot of this one, like journals and stuff, just to journal my day, to journal something that, again, popped out for me in any of the books that I read. Or if there's a verse or a chapter in the Bible that has popped out during the day, I write it down and I try to study more of it. I don't want to say that these routines, it's every day, because every day is different. Sometimes, just in the mornings, I'm just so into worshiping that the whole, 2 hours that I wake up earlier just go with worship. And then at night, I have to do my devotional and my motivational stuff. That's okay. That's fine. As long as I'm taking care of myself, I found that as long as I have that time, just me, just God and I, just Him and I, whatever we're doing, but just Him and I, it has been so impacting for my spirit and for my character. You guys have no idea. Like, many times we have this irritation, we have this anxiety, we get mad out of everything, and we don't even know that just spending time with God first I feel like it's that first, like the first thing that you do during the day. It's just him and you. And it has made such a difference for me. I used to just rush out, like I told you, go to work rushing, everything was rushing, and it wasn't healthy. Like, it wasn't healthy for me. It wasn't healthy to just have a prayer in the morning and just be out the door. I really needed this time. I really needed to put him first, in a sense that I would give him the time for him to speak to me and work with me first thing in the morning. To me, that has been so helpful. To me, that has been so lifting. If you're on the screens like I am, I do want to mention, if you're using screen a lot, night or during the day, during the morning, get yourself those glasses that protect your eyes. My eyes would get so watery and I would get headaches and stuff. Even for school, like if you're sitting in a computer for a certain amount of hours, them glasses are really helpful. You can find them on Amazon. They're anywhere now because most of us are probably using them. So where do I want to get to with this video? Do what works for you. If you need time with him at night, then do the time at night. If you need time with him in the morning, do it in the morning. If you want to do both, do both. But at the end of the day, what I'm trying to do is to encourage you to just work out what works for you and just have the time with him. Take the time out to be with him. Make the time. This isn't like, oh, God isn't going to make the day longer for you to be with him. The same way that you schedule a date, the same way that you schedule a Zoom call for your school, the same day that you probably scheduling yourself, okay, at this time, when I get home from work or whatever time it is, I have to study. That same way is how he wants us. I've literally been putting this on my calendar. Wake up 5 in the morning and wash my face, brush my teeth, make my coffee, and go back to my desk or go back to my bed. And it says God time. But just make the time, put it on your schedule, put it in your calendar. Be intentional with the time. Like if you wake up one day and all you want to do is pray to him because your spirit is troubled, then just take the time to pray. It's not like you have to do everything at once. It doesn't have to be your relationship with God or your time with God doesn't have to be like how everybody else has it. That's what I'm trying to say. Like it's your personal time with him. If you feel one day, it has happened to me so many times because I love to sing to him. So if you feel one day where you just want to worship, just put on some music and spend the time worshiping him. That's still spending time with him. If you feel like reading the word or looking up, there's a certain question about the Bible, about his word, or about what to do in a certain situation in your life that you want to dig into the word, take that time and do it. Take that time and do it. It doesn't have to be, oh, I have 10 minutes to worship, I have 20 minutes to pray, and I have 30 minutes for the word. No. Just be led by his spirit. And as long as you're making that time, trust me, he's going to be there. Whether you are studying the word, whether you're praying, whether you're worshiping, whether you're just sitting there and telling him how you feel, he will be there because you're making the time for him. I hope this video encouraged you. Someone told me the other day, you literally inspired me. And I was like, thank you, Lord, because I am doing what my heart desires the most. It's to inspire. It's to let you know that with the little that you have, you can do so much. With the little that you have, God wants to spend time with you and he wants to lift up your spirit. I don't have the most expensive stuff. I don't have the most. But trust me, when there's a willing heart, he is there. When your heart is willing, he is there. And it doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be scheduled. It doesn't have to have a program what you do in the presence of God. Just be led by his spirit. Just be healed and just be at peace in the middle of his presence, and he will lead you. He will lead you to what he wants you to do in the time that you're together. You'll be led saying that this is better for me. That doesn't really work for me, so I'll do this instead. Just be inspired to look for God, because I would love for people to say, oh, I was so inspired that I found out who I was in God. Or I was so inspired that I got to know what my purpose was. And I'm walking in it, and I'm happy. I'm finally happy. I'm finally at peace. That's if one person is motivated, then I've done my job. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys stay blessed, stay pure. Till next time.